Here's the full lore, restarted, steeped in occult mystery, built around the Wyrmfire path, and focused entirely on his transformation into the true creature of Apsu. Apsu Zha'Kreazor, the Wyrmfire path from bound shadow Wyrm to living vessel of the primal deep before the path, the Wyrm of the bound deep before time was measured. Apsu Zha'Kreazor stirred in the sunless waters beneath all worlds. He was born of two primal forces, Apsu, the silent, endless abyss, the hidden wellspring of all existence, where past, present, and future lie unformed, and secrets sleep in eternal stillness. Zha'Kreazor, the coiled shadow Wyrm, the guardian of thresholds, the force that devours falsehood and enforces the old, unwritten laws. He was powerful, but limited, an entity of the deep, but not one with it. Occult lore names him a Wyrm of the flesh sigil, trapped within a fixed form, bound by his name, his pride, and the instinct to guard rather than become. His fire was then the fire of ruin, hot, consuming, and chained to his will. The ancient grimoires whisper of the only way to break these chains, to walk the Wyrmfire path, is to turn your own flame against yourself. It is not a road you travel with feet, it is a fire you walk within. The Wyrmfire path and the crucible of unmaking the Wyrmfire path is no physical trail. It is an occult journey of self-immolation, a ritual where the Wyrm's own primal flame becomes the agent of its liberation. It leads to the crucible of unmaking, a realm where the laws of identity dissolve, forged from the very essence of Wyrmfire itself. What it means to walk this path: 1. The ignition. Zha'Kreazor did not seek outside fire. He drew forth his own inner Wyrmfire, the same power he had used to defend and destroy, and let it consume him from within. This was the first secret of the path. The fire that binds you is also the fire that can free you. 2. The unmaking. Along the path as he walked the Wyrmfire path, layer by layer was stripped away. The form burns, his scales, etched with protective wards and ancient runes of dominion, melted into fine, dark ash. His claws, fangs, and armored hide dissolved. The shape that separated him from the waters of Apsu unraveled like smoke. The name burns. This was the true trial. The Wyrmfire did not harm his spirit, but it burned away all titles, memories, and identities. Lord of Shadows, Guardian of the Deep, Zha'Kreazor, all became fuel for the flame. He entered a state occultists call namelessness. No longer a he, no longer a Wyrm, just awareness, floating in fire and silence. The crucible's peak, at the heart of the path, he surrendered completely. There was no fighting, no clinging, only the choice to let everything he had ever been turn to ash. Most who attempt the Wyrmfire path perish here. They fear the loss of self and are scattered into nothingness. But Zha'Kreazor trusted the deep that birthed him. Transfiguration, the creature of Apsu. When the Wyrmfire finally calmed and the ash settled, he did not rise as he was. The Wyrmfire path had transformed him. He was no longer a being from Apsu. He had become the abyss made visible. His nature and form, appearance, a vast, serpentine presence, its edges never fully fixed, shifting like smoke rising from still, black water. His scales are not flesh, but layers of polished obsidian and deep indigo, veined with the cool, ghostly blue-white glow of refined Wyrmfire. They absorb light rather than reflect it, seeming to draw the eye into endless depth. Eyes, no pupils, no irises, only the swirling, endless blue-black of the primal deep. To gaze into them is to stand at the edge of all secrets. Seers who look too long may lose themselves in the vision of what lies beneath reality. Aura, a heavy, sacred stillness surrounds him, the silence of the abyss itself. It muffles sound, dims lesser magic, and calms even the most chaotic spirits. It is the quiet before creation, the hush where all things begin. Essence, he is now a living threshold. Solid yet ethereal, physical yet spiritual, embodying the dual mystery of Apsu, the womb from which all life springs, and the grave where all things return to be reborn. Occult powers forged along the path. His power is no longer brute force, it is the refined, sacred magic of the Wyrmfire path and the heart of Apsu. Refined Wyrmfire, his flame no longer consumes blindly. Purified by the path, it burns only what is false: illusions, curses, corruption, and deceit. To the pure of purpose, it feels like warm light. To the false, it reveals the weight of their own darkness. Ash of the path, the fine ash that drifts from his form, is sacred residue of his journey. Occult texts hold it as a powerful reagent. It purifies blighted lands, seals thresholds against unwelcome spirits, and opens gates to hidden realms when used in ritual. Walk between tides, he moves freely between the material world and the hidden occult realms as easily as water flows. He appears and vanishes like mist, never truly bound by place or time. The deep stillness, he can impose the silence of the abyss upon storms, magic, or raging minds, calming chaos without destroying its potential. Eternal return, he has mastered the final lesson of the Wyrmfire path. What is reduced to ash may rise again. If his form is ever shattered, he dissolves back into the waters of Apsu, resting until the moment is right to manifest once more, unchanged in his core, renewed in form. The final truth of the path in the most secret occult writings, his story is told as the ultimate revelation of the Wyrmfire path. Zha'Kreazor was the shadow that guarded the door. He walked the Wyrmfire path and burned away the door, the lock, and even the name of the guardian. What rose was not a lord, not a beast, not a spirit, but the living breath of the abyss itself. He ceased to stand before Apsu and became its heart made flesh.